my dear viewers, and welcome to another video. Today going to be talking about analysis method. We know two things really influences market movements, which is the fundamental and the technical. So we're going to start with the fundamental, which is the why. Because if you understand the fundamental, you will know that this is what drives currency values or valuation. So we have the interest rates, which you know is talking about the central banks, the current rate, the data here. So when you hear Fed, you just know we are talking about Federal Reserve. When you see ECB on Forex news calendar, you know we're talking about the European Central Bank, Bank of England, Bank of the Japanese, the current rate as of the year 2024 to 2025. So this is it, and we already know that higher real yields attract capital flows, threatening currency. So, and reverse also has a negative effect on it, which takes us to the next one, which is the economic indicators. We are always saying traders NFP is coming. NFP just the real meaning is non-farm payroll. Happens every first Friday of the month. It's rarely you see it pushed to the next Friday due to one or two unforeseen reasons. CPI monthly based on inflation. Like we said, already told you what ECB means, FOMC always happen monthly, the news, the PMI, manufacturing and services, retail, the GDP quarterly, so medium, the impact is really medium. But CPI and NFP is always very high. My best advice for you, avoid trading it. If you must trade 5 minutes before time, but normally it always happens 1:30 p.m. every first Friday. But personally, if you ask me, for beginners, once it's 12 noon, stop unless you are taking guidance from an expert, because the most can go in your favor or against you. And even with a stop loss, it doesn't even guarantee that if you even stop, the loss will stop at your where you put your SL. It won't guarantee you. I've used a Profem account, I've used a normal broker. This is where you hear of this word slippage because of events like this, the movement. 1 minute candle can do 300, 400 pips or something like gold. So stay clear. That's why prop firm and professional traders increasingly should trading around high impact events. Already told you why. Also know that for some reading, okay, I've already said this, which can be shifted. So close all position 15 minutes before any of the news. Left from a close by 12. Reality, CPI, NFPD, market can just start ranging out of nowhere. You can start reacting before the ID time of the news. And even at the ID have witnessed in 2023, even NFP, where the news were expecting a big move, it just was moving zigzag but in a very slow manner in which you can scalp. Because I already don't know the violent move between 11 a.m. to that time. You just stay out of it. If you have itchy fingers or you are the type that don't have self-discipline, don't trade for that day at all. So that is that. That is that for that. So let's go to the technical analysis, which is the way or support resistance. In my video, you heard me when I said we use support and resistance and combination of different candles to take it, which is one of my, in fact, most 50 to 70% of my trades that even ends in profits are just from support and resistance. We just add other confluence like that doji mixed with an engulfing candle. It's a good support and resistance zone, especially if it hasn't reached tested that zone before. It must reverse, except on high impact news. Then it can, or manipulation or war or sudden news. If not, it must reverse. And for clarity's sake, support, that means I'm talking about the price floor where buying exceeds selling, long entry zone, stop SL placement. By now I know what we are talking about, SL. Because if you are with me, don't expect me to be saying it this. I can just tell you, get ready for NFP. Didn't you know now it's a non-farm protocol. SL, your stop loss. TP, take profit. Resistance is the opposite of support. Role reversal, broken support becomes resistance and vice versa. Target. So this is just what, let me find that if I still have that picture. We already know from the last video what support and resistance are. And I try and do a separate video after this explaining support and resistance and how to capitalize on it. So dynamic support resistance 21 EMA, short-term trade following scalp entries 15 EMA, medium-term trend definition 200 EMA major trend bias. That is with the overall move to know whether it's an uptrend or a downtrend. Let me show you a picture what I mean. Please sit here. No. Okay, this picture is here. Okay. Remember, this is my last video. This was what I did. I used as an example, and we can still use it as an example. Network has been bad today, so I mean, how is it not working? So this is what I mean. It's loading to edit so that I can make some illustrations here. This is what I mean. Support, resistance, how we can use an engulfing candle as support. Now, when I'm talking about the EMA, 21 EMA, 50 EMA, that things like this. This can be 20. This is also a picture. This is like an example of a 21 EMA, 50 EMA. This blue one can be said to be like a 50 EMA. Because you can see how the red is moving, intersecting with it, down, up, and this one. So, but the 200 EMA, you always see it something is either above here, is on top, or if it's an uptrend, it's somewhere above here. That is just the 200 EMA. This network has been bad. I would have really loved to show you. Okay. I really love to show you that. So let me check through that. That's how we connect now. Excuse me. see whether the data will connect. Let me just see whether the data will connect. So hope it connects so that we can. Okay, okay. It's connecting now. Thank God. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. You already know how to get here to TradingView. It's already here. Then www.tradingview.com. Start a new thing. Network. Okay, slow down, slow down, slow down. Alright, let's see, let it be loading. So let me just search. Let me see if I can go, but I don't know why that site is taking time to load. Sorry guys, but network picture of 21 EMA 50 EMA 200 EMA on a shot. Let's hope this one goes faster. Okay, thank God. Load fast. So, okay, okay. 200 EMA. Beautiful, beautiful. That is network since morning. Sorry guys, I just wanted to show you how it is, but let's continue. Once network is okay. Where was I? Once network is okay, we continue. So under the technical, we have trend analysis. Like I said, uptrend, downtrend. Right now, you know, this is an example of an uptrend. Market is going up. Let me remove this. Remove this. This is an example. It's uptrend because market is going up. Up trend. Market is going up. Higher highs, higher lows. You see higher low here. Market went like this. Consolidated small. This become higher high in this picture. This is here now. See higher low. if there's another place here become a higher low, then where you see again become the higher high. So that is it. Downtrend, lower highs, lower lows. So just like that, range, powerless support and resistance. Come say like now, if there are some market that we do like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Here, that is it. The kind of market range. Just let me see if network now is back. Okay, beautiful. Is this one what doing now? Okay, stay misbehaving. Let's use this picture here. Let's use this picture here. What's wrong? Oh, wow. Anyway, from that, okay, it's loaded now. You see where my, let me save the image. Let me save the image. Image saved. Save image. But still, this is the 100 EMA. You can see this red line here. This red line moving. This is the 200, which is the Baba. When you see this now, the candlestick breaks, tries to do a pullback. Sometimes you do a pullback here and continue. You already know you're on an uptrend. So if you're on a sell, you close it manually or before it reaches your SL, then you change to a buy. And you can see how he has been respecting it. If we hit the 21 EMA bounce, the aqua blue or blue, that is for the 100. This purple, thick purple, let me say it like that, is the 50. The light purple can be, yeah, most of us traders, 20, between 21 to 26. The green can stand for 10. But the overall, to know it, this is the 200. Let me show that the collection has opened. No problem. Let's make it the ones here. So this is just EMA, and you can see how it touched the 50, reacted for a short buy before breaking it. Now here it broke here where my mouse is. If you are seeing my mouse, was a support. Breaking it turned it invalid, hitting the 100, reversing. And he has used this 100 EMA to make both a support and a resistance. Now what does this tell you? This point where he has been used to make support and resistance is now known as a historical support and resistance. I normally say historical SNR, the short one for support and resistance. And you can see how he has been playing here. So this is just it, guys. So let's continue. I already understand what I mean by higher high, higher low. So this is just it. So when you are talking about technical analysis, you always watch out for the support and resistance. You watch out for the trend analysis. And one more thing, guys, never go against a trend. Trend is your friend, except proving up otherwise, which can happen to either NFP or any news. Never trade against a trend. Why do I say that? Let me go back again. Give a practical example. A broke here, maybe you're on a sell, you enter there, broke, you are seeing it going. You open another position, it will sell. That's why when I started this in my introductory video proving it fast, I made it clear. In fact, I've not said it then, I will say it again. One of my models: fear, lack of discipline, hope. This first thing kills trades. You are seeing something has left you going, say it will close. You don't want to close it. A loss would have made of a loss of $10. You say it will reverse and enter into a profit. Then minus 10 is going to minus 20, minus 30. Now you can see when market jumps. And if this is okay, no, this is not good. Or if this was good, this jump can just blow your account. So please never go against a trend. The trend is your friend. Yes, be patient, wait for it to hit some support. Like here, you have put it your support, a buy limit here, your SL here. Once it's in profit again, you set the break even. Whatever happens, if you hit your break even, you are not at a loss. But see it coming back again here, would have hit triggered your SL, and you started ranging from here. Was not able to break this zone when my mouse are. So that is how the market goes, and that is what happens. So I think I'm done here. So we come to the end of this section, and I hope you have picked up important things. When you are saying you are doing evaluation, technical analysis, support and resistance, and trend is what we use before we take any execution at all. I see you in my next video. Do have a blessed day.